Hello everyone, this is Suzanne Knabe-Nicole from Police Science Doctor with the weekly dose of police science snippets that you've all been waiting for. Police science snippets are basically golden nuggets of scientific findings in the fields of police science, investigative psychology, forensic psychology, evidence-based policing, and so on, that I've tried to identify for you, find for you in recently published journal articles and scientific publications. That is because I believe that scientific knowledge needs to come from those academics that are doing the research to the practitioners like you that are actually doing the work on the front line, and you guys don't usually have access to any of that research. So I try and find bits that you can actually use and put to use straight away, something that's practical, something that's tangible, which is not that common in research, I have to say, and I bring them to you in the form of these police science snippets. I talk about them on social media every Tuesday, and I also send them straight into your inbox with a link to the original research article if you have put your name onto the Police Science Doctor email list. If you haven't done that yet, it's completely free. You just Google Police Science, go to Police Science Doctor and enter your details into the form that pops up or that you'll find on the bottom of every page. So the first snippet for this week is about influencing suspect responses. Rapport-based approaches and a respectful disposition by the interviewer reduce resistance in the suspect. Open-ended questions elicit more information than closed-ended ones. And in the final model on this study, only open-ended questions increased confessions. So the enlightened interviewer knows that the purpose of suspect interviews or the objective is not to get a confession, because a proportion of your suspects and an unknown proportion of your suspects are completely innocent or partially innocent. So we don't want a confession from them. That would be a very, very bad outcome. What we want from each and every suspect we interview is an honest account of what happened and an honest account of what they know. So you're more likely to get that with rapport-based techniques. The second snippet for this week is about mental health absences. So this is about police officers in the UK. Between 2019 and 2023, police officer absences due to mental health issues increased by 40% in England and Wales. This is at least double that of sickness absences. The paper concludes by emphasizing the urgent need to pay attention for attention and exploration into the causes of increased psychological illness before officer absences become unsustainable. And this article is actually freely, completely available. You can access the whole article, which is not always the case. And the third and last snippet for this week is about punitivity against the homeless. I didn't even know punitivity was a word, but it's basically punishing rather than supporting. As proximity to detox facilities and food banks increases, the likelihood of formal outcomes of stops also increases. So formal outcomes is a punishment rather than taking them somewhere or helping them. Yet, when stops occur further away from emergency housing resources, there is a reduction in the likelihood of formal outcomes. As the proximity from food banks increases, there is also an increase in the likelihood of non-criminal and caretaking transport. So if there's support around where the homeless person is being stopped by police, they're more likely to have punitive measures put in place against them by the police than when there's no such support in the area. I hope some of that was of interest to you, obviously, because you guys have so many different roles. You guys are placed around the world, performing lots of different functions. There's not going to be something in these 3 snippets every week. However, when you put yourself onto the Police Science Doctor email list, you get sent a password, and that password lets you access the read page on the Police Science Doctor website, and that has all the previous snippets as PDFs. So you can just go through that and download them all if you want, and you can build yourself up a library, and you can look for the content that is particularly useful to your specific role at this time. So until then, next week again, I'll be hailing from Poland is probably what I wanted to say. So I'll be visiting family at some point in the next few weeks. Sometimes I record these in advance, but I'll see if I can do a live broadcast or not. And I shouldn't be saying that I'm going away, which is why I hesitated on social media. But anyway, don't burgle me, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this content useful. You can get access to each episode's transcript with key learning points, timestamps, and references if you get yourself onto my mailing list. Just go to the main website on policesciencedoctor.com, and on the bottom of each page you will find a sign-up form for notifications of new content. Just enter your first name, your preferred email address, and the type of organization you work for. You will not get any spam. This is just for me to let you know about new content and for you to get access to all the transcripts.